Hi, welcome to another episode of Silver Fox Scotland. Professor Sir John Curtice, who is the doyen, I suppose, of political pundits and pollsters, has said that the Battle of Hamilton, we can call it, I think, the Battle of Hamilton is too close to call. It's going to be SNP or Labour, and there will be very little in it, a gnat's bollock in it. Now, it's going to be taking place on the 5th of June, so just before D-Day, but it could be D-Day for the SNP. To lose that seat would be horrific for them. Now, voters in Hamilton, Larkhall and Stonehouse, had to remember the full name of the constituency, they're going to have the option, of course, of electing a new MSP. This is after the death of Christine McKelvey a short time ago with cancer, which is shit. So I'm not going to do that. I just loathe cancer. But the funeral, her funeral, was last Friday, and it's possibly she could be the last MSP for the SNP in that place for quite some time. Now the official race started yesterday, but looking at the numbers and crunching them and looking at all the data and so forth, Curtice has said that it is very, very close. Now, the SNP have thrown up is quite apt, Katie Loudon. We remember her, of course. She was the failed candidate after Margaret Ferrier lost her seat. And, she was pushing and pushing and pushing, and then Labour got that one in. It would be quite, again, some time. Or quite impressive, I think, if she lost again to Labour. That's where I'm going with that one. I'm struggling with words there, but it'd be interesting to see if she could lose again to another Labour candidate. Now, whoever wins will have a bit of a boost, I think, going into the Holyrood elections in May. So they'll only be there about a year, but it's still telling. But it does give that tip of the wink, if you will, on voter intentions, because every by-election now that we're going and getting nearer to that main election, it sort of narrows down on how it's going to turn out. And so this is the first of the real big tests going forward. So everyone is eyes on it, of course, but whoever wins will, like I say, have that advantage. Now, Curtice is calling it a very fascinating race. He's predicting, and he says he's not going to bet the house on it. He says he's predicting a Labour victory, but it will be a very small Labour victory, and it could actually depend not so much on votes but on turnout. It's as simple as that. The percentage, a higher turnout would favour Labour, a lower turnout would favour SNP. But the SNP had a 13-point lead at the last time the seat was up. And so for that to have been whittled away to a point where he thinks Labour could just take it goes to show how much trouble the SNP are in. And they're in a lot of trouble. Keeping an eye on this one. Thanks very much. Take care. Goodbye.